Okay. Good morning. Welcome you all to the next class in engineering mechanics. We will be beginning with module 5, kinematics. Okay. In the introduction class, I have defined this term kinematics, or there are two terms, kinetics and kinematics. Right? Who can tell me what are these two? Please try what is kinetics and what is kinematics? Who remembers? Anybody? Yes, no, you can put it in the chat box also. What is kinetics and what is kinematics? Forgot already? Okay. When I say there is a body and then uh, if it is not moving, it is at rest, right? At rest means we call it as static. The moment the body moves in some direction, it is said to be in motion. And when it is in motion, we call it as dynamics. The study of a body which is in motion is called as dynamics. The study of a body which is at rest is called as statics. Okay, so statics and dynamics you all are aware of. Now, kinematics deals with something which is in motion. Firstly, that is, it's something related to dynamics. That is, the body is in motion. I have two things over there. When I say there is some force acting, and because of the force, the body is going to move. Correct? Right? The body is going to be in motion now. The body is in motion. Kinematics deals with the study of the geometry of the motion of the bodies without considering the cause of the motion. Meaning, I will not be considering the force that is applied because of which there is motion. One, I will ignore this force. I will study only the parameters of the motion. Now, what are the parameters of the motion when the body starts moving? What all are the parameters that could come in the mind for you when the body is moving? There could be some displacement, right? There will be displacement of the body. Then you will have velocity for a body, right? And then because of velocity, you will have acceleration coming into picture, right? With respect to time, right? So these are some of the parameters that are going to be connected to the bodies that are in motion. So only I will study these parameters. I will not study about the force which is causing this motion and hence the parameters. So this force that is causing will not be studied. And that field is kinematics. So kinematics deals with, you can write the definition as a kinematics deals with the study of the geometry of motion, considering the parameters of the motion and ignoring the force that is causing the motion. That is kinematics. Okay. And if I am going to consider this force, I will consider the force that is causing the motion. Now there is a body and then there is motion of the body and then you have also the parameters, various parameters which are coming because of the motion. Along with those parameters, if we are studying about the force that is applied, right, then this becomes kinetics. Okay, so kinetics is a study of motion of bodies considering the forces that are acting on the body. I will consider all the forces that are acting on the body along with the parameters, then it becomes kinetics. And if I'm not considering the force that is acting on the body, but I'm only worried about what are the causes. Now these are the causes. No, these come into picture only because of the force, but we will not study of this force. Only the causes or the parameters then becomes kinematics, and you have kinematics for your syllabus. When I'm talking of module 5, dynamics or kinematics, you will be dealing only with kinematics. We are not dealing with kinetics. That is study of these various parameters or geometries of motion of the body without considering the cause of the motion, that is the force. Cause of the motion means that is the force. So this is the definition of kinematics. Any doubts over here? Kinetics and kinematics, you could get a definition on this. Okay, so understand the things rather than mugging up or by hurting the statements, right? So that is about your definitions of kinetics and kinematics. And when I'm dealing with the parameters related to it, that means I need to know the definition of those parameters, right? So what are the few things that would come into mind? So can anyone tell me what is motion? I want it to be interactive. Huh? What do you understand by the term motion? Yes. What is motion? How do you define motion?
Changing of position with respect to time.
Yes, good. There is going to be a change in motion. Okay. So there is change in change in position. Change in position of what? Of a body. The body changes from one place to other place when it moves. It has moved, and this is nothing but motion. So change of a position from one place to other place with respect to time. I will be taking it with respect to time or with respect to a reference point. Okay, it could be a reference point or with respect to time, anything of your choice, right? You can consider like that. So that is what is called as a motion, right? After motion, can you define what is displacement? Who can define what is displacement? Displacement.
Linear distance between final position and initial position.
It is the linear distance between final, final and initial position. Correct. Right. What it means? There was a body A, and this was there was a body, and it was at point A initially, and because of some force, it moved to position B. Okay. The linear distance between the final position and the initial position of, that is the movement that took place, is called as displacement. Okay. Now, when I say linear distance, linear means linear measurements. Whatever you take measurements, no, those are all linear displacement. Can you tell me again, apart from linear, what else could be? How else can I find displacement? One form is linear. What is one more?
Angular.
Angular. Yes, correct. Angular. So when I'll be dealing with something like in rotations, when I have you have examples like a wheel, right? A wheel, number of rotations come into picture there, and based on the number of rotations, how much distance it has covered, right? Or in terms of angular, like this, initially it was at this point A, and then it drifted to point B from here to this point. So this angle theta is the displacement. This is angular displacement. That is the change. This is also change in position. From here to here it went, but it became in radial or angular. So this is called as angular displacement. Very good, right? So this is your displacement definition. Third one, can you define speed?
Distance by time.
Yes, it is nothing but distance by time. There is a generalized definition, a rate of change of. Can anyone tell me that what it is? The rate of change of distance with respect to time. The same thing it is. Okay. The rate of change of distance with respect to time. I write shortcut like this distance dist and then I put this n, that makes it distance. WRT is your with respect to time. Okay. So this is what is speed, that is rate of change of distance with respect to time. Then velocity.
Rate of change of displacement.
Displacement upon
Displacement upon time. So rate of change of displacement with respect to time. Can you give the formula for this? Or what is it? How to write? Speed is s by t. Okay. Sorry, speed is not s by t, it is distance by t. And rate of change of displacement, if displacement I'm taking as s, okay, then with respect to time. Okay, or also it is written as ds by dt. If you remember, it is called as, it is written as ds by dt. Okay, this is velocity. Then what else comes? Acceleration. Who can define acceleration?
Velocity by time.
rate of change
Velocity
of
by
velocity with
respect to time. Yes. So acceleration. It is rate of change of velocity with respect to time. How do I write this? Velocity means dv by
dv
dt.
by dt.
Yes, dv by dt. This is what is acceleration. Correct? So dv by dt becomes your acceleration. And then we have our ds by dt. This is what? This is your velocity. This is acceleration. And what is speed? It is your distance by time. That is okay. So these, you are aware of these equations, right? What it means. What is retardation? What is retardation?
Opposite to the motion of the body.
Opposite to the motion of body, partially okay. Anything to do with the sign? Retardation also is called as deacceleration.
Negative sign.
Negative sign to what?
Positive sign to negative sign.
Positive sign to negative sign. So when you calculate acceleration, okay, so if you get a negative sign for
Minus
acceleration,
dv by dt.
yes. So when you get a negative sign, that becomes, it indicates that there is retardation or deacceleration. If you get a positive sign for acceleration, A, then it is your acceleration only. If you get a negative sign, then it goes into deacceleration, or it is also called as retardation, right? So what is the best example for retardation when you're trying to explain in terms of, say, a vehicle moving or a car moving or a train moving? How do you give the example for acceleration, deacceleration or retardation? Yes. Can you give me example of retardation? No?
Reverse, ma'am.
Reverse. Okay. When you apply the brakes, right?
Friction.
You're going when you're going at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour, and you see something, some crowd is there at say from you, from 100 meters from you, then you will apply the brakes. Then that 60 will slowly reduce down. No, your speed reduces till you come and you stop it. There is where deacceleration or retardation of the speed is taking place. Accelerate. When you accelerate, the speed increases. When you apply brakes, the speed decreases, and where then is where the retardation or deacceleration is coming into picture. So try to understand those with live examples rather than mugging up or mugging up the definitions or the formula. Okay, because that would be more easy for you to solve the numericals later. That is why I'm telling. Okay, then we have all the definitions of units. What are the units of acceleration? Now, acceleration is, you said first, it is dv by dt. Correct? Acceleration is given by dv by dt, that is rate of change of velocity with respect to time. But what is velocity? It is ds by dt. Correct? So when I write for acceleration now, d by dt of v is nothing but ds by dt. If I substitute, this is ds, because v is ds by dt. So what you have got? It is d square s by dt square, right? That is the second differential. So when I'm writing for units of acceleration, what is the unit of acceleration?
Meter per second square.
Yes, acceleration is meter per second square. Coming from this here, s is what? Your distance. Distance, only s is there. So meter. T is square. That is, time is in second square. So meter per second square. Okay, velocity, if I want to check only velocity, this s is meter, time is in seconds, right? So meters per second is your velocity. ds by dt is meter per second is your velocity. But acceleration, it is d square s by dt square. So here distance is singular only. We have not squared it. So that will remain meters, and t square, so second square. So meter per second square is your what unit for the acceleration, and this is for velocity. For retardation also it will be meter per second square only. Okay, retardation or acceleration both are going to be meter per second square. Then when we are dealing with all this, that is kinematics, again your Newton's first law, second law and third law come into picture by default. And we have already discussed the first, second, third law, no worries. From Newton's second law, we know that F is equal to m into a, that is the force is equal to mass into acceleration. So if I want to find the force, then if I know the mass and the acceleration, so the force can be found by the product of the mass and the acceleration. Okay, fine. Then we have we don't have gravitational, so no problem. Any other? Okay, what are the Newton's? Based on these laws of motion, there are Newton's equations of motion. Can anyone remember what are the equations of motion? Equations of motion. What are the different equations of motion? There are three, I will tell you. There are three equations of motion. You have equations with V, you have equations with U, A, T, S. I've given you enough hints now. Tell me what are the equations of
V is equal
motion?
to U plus AT.
Correct. V equal to U plus AT is your first equation of motion, where V stands for what?
Velocity.
What is V? Which velocity?
Final
Final
velocity.
Yes, final velocity. V stands for your final velocity. What about U?
Initial
Initial
velocity.
velocity.
Yes,
Initial velocity.
U is initial velocity. A stands for your acceleration, and T stands for the time in seconds always. Okay, time is always in seconds. So this is your first equation of motion, that is V equal to U plus AT. That is final and initial velocities will be known to us. Okay. What is the second equation of motion?
V square is equal to
S
U
is
square plus
equals to
2AS.
UT plus half AT square.
V square is equal to V
Yes,
square plus
no,
2AS.
somebody told two different ones have come into picture. Tell me only one, either S or V square minus U square. One of you tell. Go ahead with S. S equal to
UT plus half AT square.
UT plus half AT square. Where what is S?
Displacement.
S is the distance traveled, right? And U is your initial velocity, T is your time, and A is the acceleration, right? So this equation of motion is dealing with the distance. So if I want to calculate the distance with respect to the time, so initial velocity will be considered, and you have your acceleration and time. What about the third equation of motion?
V square is equal to U square plus 2AX.
Equal to U square plus 2AC. 2A.
Correct? Or some people will write it as V square minus U square equal to 2AS. Right? Where V is your final velocity, U is your initial velocity, A stands for acceleration, and S is your distance that is traveled. Right? So these are the three equations of motions, and the various parameters, what is U, what is A, and we have numericals related to this. Okay, I will be doing numericals related to these, okay, right now only, and we will make use of all these three. Now, your first assignment question, right? You will have to, I will not give it as a PDF or, a word. Whenever I remember anything, I will tell you. You make a note of it, and you have to start writing in pages. And when I ask you to submit during the internal time, I want you to take a pic of all that, convert it into a PDF, and you can send it to me. The first assignment question is, I want you to derive the equations of motion. We derive these, no? From somewhere this has come. I have directly not written this. There is a derivation for this. This derivation is from your general equations that we wrote, that is ds by dt, right? dv by dt. Using these, we have to derive these equations from the basic of definitions, right? So first question for your assignment is derive the equations of motion. All the three I want you to derive. It is hardly 1.5 page, all three together, half page each, right? So you can get it online also. The textbook I sent, you check in that, or you find it in online also. If you type in Google derivation of equation of motion, you will get it. Okay, try to make use of resources. The first question is, I want you to derive all these three. Okay, somebody has is on unmute. Please mute. I can hear you. There's disturbance. Fine. Is it clear? Now after this, this is related to your motion only, equation of motion, and we will be finding out here the distance or the time. It could be final velocity or it could be initial velocity. So such numericals we are solving using the equations of motion. Have you heard, or can you put some light on what is the meaning of motion under gravity? Can you throw some light on this? What is motion under gravity? Yes. What it tells you? What is the name telling you? Motion under gravity means what? Now you can unmute and tell me. What do you understand by motion? Yes?
Motion because of gravity.
Motion because of gravity. Can you give some examples? Anybody? What could be some of the examples of this? Quick.
Free fall bodies.
Rolling pen.
Rolling pen. Okay. Somebody said something bodies, no? Free what?
Free fall bodies.
Free fall bodies. Okay. Rolling pen. That is your own example you gave. It is correct. I'm not telling it is wrong. Now, if you try to connect it to your PUC, what kind of numericals will fall under this? Tell me. Don't give me generalized. What kind of numericals do you expect here in motion under gravity? You remember throwing a stone or a ball? We throw a stone or a ball on top and then it goes to some particular height and it comes back down. Right? How much distance it has traveled on top. When it stops and when it returns back. What is your U? What is your A? Etc. Right? We have numericals like this. Remember? A stone falls from a height of so and so. Okay, calculate its speed. So all that examples will come under motion under gravity. What is the value of A you substitute there?
9.8.
9.81, or your A becomes equal to G, wherein you substitute it as. What is this 9.81?
Gravity.
What gravity? I know it
Gravity
is
force.
related to gravity. It's gravitational force.
Acceleration due to gravity.
Yes, absolutely right. It is acceleration due to gravity, which is 9.81 meter per second square. Its unit tells you it is acceleration. We studied no acceleration unit prior. What? Meter per second square. So 9.81 meter per second square means it is acceleration. Acceleration due to what? Due to gravity. So all those numericals wherein it is a free falling body, apple falls down, or you throw a ball on some height, it reaches some particular height, then it comes down. All such sort of examples fall under motion under gravity, wherein the three equations of motion will now change to V equal to U plus AT. It becomes U plus GT. Second, you have v square minus u square equal to 2as, that becomes 2gs. And third one, you have s equal to ut plus half gt square, where all your values of a will become equal to g, which is 9.81. Clear? So when we are using all the numericals where gravity is coming into picture, we are going to consider the gravity. That becomes motion under gravity, and all the a values or all the a terms in these equations of motion becomes equal to g, and the value g also will be known, 9.81 meter per second square. Am I clear till here? Yes, no, you can put it in the chat box. Are you following me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. G always do I substitute as positive, or do I also substitute G as negative? If I'm substituting negative, when and where? First question. Do I always substitute G positive, or also I substitute as negative? This acceleration due to gravity हमेशा पॉजिटिव ही रहता है कि कभी कभी नेगेटिव भी हो जाता है? Both. Pawan says both. Chat box. All of you agree with Pawan?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have a positive and a negative value. Yes, correct. Darshan also says yes. When do I take it positive? When do I take it negative? I'll give you two examples. A ball on top. I'm
Always positive.
okay. No, I'll put both the case. Case one, and then case two is I will drop a ball from some height to the bottom. Okay. So now tell me the value of G here. I mean, it is positive or negative when I throw it up?
Positive, ma'am.
Okay. And when it is coming down? Negative. Huh? Answer, all of you. When do I take G positive? When do I take G negative is my question. Y'all are agreeing, no? That sometimes we take positive, sometimes we take negative. So when is that positive and when is that negative? Quickly. Yes. While coming down, it is positive. Somebody mentioned while coming down, it is positive. Darshan and Shiva. Correct. They say while coming down, it is positive, and obviously that means going up is going to be negative. This is correct. When I'm throwing a ball upward, it will reach some height and it will come down ultimately. Right? When it is going on top, it is going against the gravity law. Right? So when we throw a ball or a pen or a stone up, when we throw it on top, when it is moving on top, with what initial velocity you have given it, it takes that initial velocity, it starts going on top up to it becomes 0. Okay, and once it becomes 0, it starts falling down. But when it is traveling on top like this, it is moving against the law of gravity. That time G becomes negative. G value would be negative. And when I drop a ball or a pen or anything down, it is freely falling down. It is along with the gravitational force. That time you put G equal to positive. So when we have numericals related to motion under gravity, when we do, you will see, especially if you have a numerical where they throw a ball against the law of gravity, that is up, that time you will do that numerical with G as minus sign. So you will have U minus GT, and this becomes minus 2gs, and this becomes minus half gt square, because your g value is becoming negative against the gravity. Okay, and when it is along with the gravity, these all term will start becoming plus. So very important, you should know when and how. When you start a vehicle, what is the initial velocity? Yes, zero. So these concepts, initial velocity is zero. Then when I apply brakes, and then after application of the brakes, there is going to be retardation. So such things is very important to understand. Okay, concepts I'm talking of. Then only you will be able to solve. So you have motion under gravity using those equations of motions where A becomes equal to G. Then you have general. Now this was motion under gravity, so A became G. When first I wrote the three equations, that is V equal to U plus AT and all the three equations, I said these were all three related to what? Equations of motion. So what are the type of examples that fall over here? Equations of motion. Two cars going with so and so speed, one car over to find the time required for the other car to overtake. Right? Here we are not considering the motion, gravity anywhere. So two cars moving like this, I say A and B, the car itself will have its own acceleration because it is moving with some speed. And one fellow is overtaking the other, and then we have to find the time taken by this fellow to overtake them again. So there are no gravity is involved. So directly we will use all these three, and we have to find the acceleration. The two car examples, or there is a traffic light in front of you for 100 meters, and you are going with a certain speed, and you have to stop at this traffic light. So when should we apply the brake? What would be the final velocity? How much is the retardation? Or you do not want to stop at the traffic signal, you will slow down your vehicle such that the traffic signal will pass. That is, from it turns from red to green. They will give you all the details. So all such kind of examples comes under the equations of motion because the body is in motion. So with respect to the body, how much distance it is traveling, what is the time taken by the body, what is the speed of the body, initial speed was how much, what is the final speed, what is the acceleration, what is the retardation, all these things will come under equations of motion. And the same thing if we are dealing with freely falling bodies, right, dropped vertically upwards or downwards, those will all come under motion under gravity, right? Apart from this, we will be studying about the curvilinear motion. Okay, curvilinear motion is there. Then you have relative motion. Have you studied relative motion? One with respect to other, train A and train B. With respect to train B, okay, the speed of this one will be given. So that is comes under relative motion. So relative motion and its numericals are there. Then you have projectiles. Projectile, remember we throw a stone, say like this, it will take a curved path as that of a parabola. So this is the projectile, right? Then this distance, the angle, the flight, all, and the height, all will be dealt with. So you have projectiles, relative motion, curvilinear, rectilinear, motion under gravity, equations. By using the equations of motion, we have to do the general. So these all come under your module 5, that is your kinematics. Okay. Any doubt you have with this? We will be starting one by one. I will not start it today. So tomorrow I will be starting with your basics of equations of motion. And if you could put it today, or if you write it on a page of paper today itself is well and good. I will share you the email ID for sending me the assignment, or you can do it at once at the later. I do not mind. Okay. So this is all about kinematics, and this will be there for your internals. I will be sharing the notes related to this. Also, I will just stop this recording.